Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and I hope that you'll subscribe and like and stick around. If you're returning, thank you so much. Today I'm going to do a part one, and I'm going to talk about full-time travel and basically, are you prepared? If you're thinking about traveling full-time, and whether you're solo or you're a couple, you want to, however you want, you're a digital nomad, however you want to travel. If you're thinking about doing that, then I hope this part one and the part two that I'm going to do will help you. This is going to talk about some things that I've experienced that I would encourage you to be prepared for. And in the second video, I'm going to go into a lot more detail with solutions and all of that to potential problems that may arise, and also the bonuses that come with it. Okay, so let's get into it. So, are you prepared? Now, this is coming from a solo traveler who travels full-time, and I'm a slow traveler, very slow. I will stay in places, some people slow travel for a month. Well, I slow travel for 3 months, up to 3 months at a time. And I may visit different cities in that time, but yeah, I like to hunker down, and also it saves me a lot of money. So, let's see. Are you prepared to live on a tight budget? These are the questions that you should be asking yourself before you embark on this. Are you prepared to do things alone? And as I said, this is coming from a solo, traveler. So, dine out alone. A lot of people are uncomfortable dining out alone. I'm not at all. I actually enjoy it because I really, I'm not real comfortable when I dine out with other people. Not that I don't like to do that on occasion, but what bothers me about that is, if I get food stuck in my mouth, or I've got my mouth full and they're talking to me and asking me questions, I don't like to talk and eat. So dining alone is perfect for me. Let's see. And it would be like me, you see people eating online, and, it doesn't always bother me, but I just think it's kind of weird. If I show a food video, I won't show you me eating. I just don't like to watch myself eat. And, but anyways, so I have no problem dining out alone, and that's also why I won't do a video showing me dining out alone. Let's see. And, you will be isolated at times and alone quite often. Are you prepared to haul your luggage through the streets? Don't always have to, but I actually did that. I never thought I would, but I did that when I was leaving Madrid. Or actually, I took the train from Malaga to Madrid, and I thought, oh, this isn't very far, and I didn't think it was up a steep hill or anything, and so I said, why pay an Uber? So I hauled my luggage through the streets, ended up dragging my coat and getting that all dirty, and yeah, it was pretty comical, but, and there were hills. But anyways, be prepared to do that on occasion. And let's see, to haul your luggage and lift your luggage onto trains without assistance, because the trains that I took in Spain, nobody helps you. So unless you have a passenger who wants to help, but sometimes you have to lift your heavy luggage up to the top of the racks and stuff to store it, and also into the upward bins on planes. And another thing that you have to be prepared for is to lug your suitcases of many flights of stairs when there's no elevator. In Spain, I had to lug up very steep stairs too, by the way. In one of my locations in Spain, I had to lug my suitcases up 4 flights of stairs. And when I arrived and when I left, I luckily had my Airbnb host was so kind that she helped me. But you may not have someone to help you if you're not staying with an Airbnb host, for example. And not all hotels have elevators too, so do your research before you book a place if you don't want to do that. Are you prepared to pack lightly and do without a lot of clothing and shoes and things like that? Because you have to haul that around. And I actually wanted to go with a carry-on and a backpack, and I didn't succeed. Okay, next one. Are you prepared to wear the same clothes day in and day out? because you have to minimize what you haul around, what you pack. And, you know, one thing to be aware of is when you're moving locations, you think, my God, I'm wearing the same thing. People are going to notice, but people don't notice, first of all. And I don't mean wear the same thing for like 2 weeks, but, you know, you wear the same 4 or 5 shirts for, you know, and pants and things maybe for, you know, a few days at a time and switch up. But you'll see in my videos over time that I'm wearing the same clothes over and over, because I don't want to pack a ton of clothes, because that just adds to the weight and it adds, you know, to my luggage. So, but I am trying to get it down, and I did get rid of a lot of things, a lot of clothes mostly, when I left Spain. At any rate, you have to keep in mind that you are hauling this luggage not just through an airport or having going to a hotel and having them haul it up for you. Not always. So, are you prepared to be a minimalist, because you don't always have large closets or lots of hangers or storage in hotels or Airbnbs where you may be staying? Are you prepared for stray dogs and cats everywhere? Some countries that you'll find that a lot. And you'll also, are you prepared for dog waste on the streets? I haven't encountered that too much in Turkey, but I have encountered that in Spain, or excuse me, I have encountered it in Spain, not quite as bad as Buenos Aires. There was quite a bit in Buenos Aires, but not as much as I had heard. So, but be prepared for that. Are you prepared for uneven sidewalks? Holes in sidewalks, no sidewalks, cobblestone streets and streets that get very slippery when it rains, very steep hills, unexpected culverts, and no railings or warning signs or crosswalks with really busy streets. Because in a lot of countries, you are responsible for your own safety. You should be responsible for your own safety always, but you are responsible for your own safety in a lot of countries. And I'll show that in some of my future videos too, that, you know, especially here in Turkey, it's like walking on the sidewalk with this steep cavern. You don't want to lose your balance or fall. So you have to pay attention. Are you prepared for a small, tight shower space, or a shower that gets the entire bathroom wet and you have to squeegee that up? Or are you prepared for limited hot water? Are you prepared to pay for restroom entry or a bathroom that is just a hole in the floor? You can encounter that in Turkey. Or a bathroom that is up or down a steep flight of stairs, or one that has no toilet paper or very thin paper. Are you prepared to put your used toilet paper in the trash can because you cannot flush it? That occurs in a lot of different countries. It occurs in Spain in places. Are you prepared for the lights to suddenly go out and be in complete blackness while using the bathroom in the basement of a restaurant? And I put that in there because that happened to me when I was in Spain, and I went down the stairs into this basement, and the restroom was very, very nice, but I wasn't prepared for the lights to go out. And I easily rectified that because they had one right near in the stall that you could just wave your hand over and it would go back on. But they're very conscientious of wasting power there. So you will encounter that definitely in Spain, at least in Madrid anyway. Are you prepared for small and thin bath towels, or minimal towels, or minimal bedding, or hard pillows, or hard mattresses? I actually have been very blessed that I haven't encountered too much of that. So I've been very lucky with the beds that I've encountered in all the Airbnbs and hotels I've been at. Are you prepared with making connections and friends with people and then having to say goodbye over and over? Are you prepared for countries that don't have Uber or Lyft and have taxis that take cash only? Are you prepared for learning different currencies? Are you prepared for minimal transportation? Are you prepared to ride the bus? Some buses are really quite nice in other countries, I must say. Are you prepared for cash machine fees? Now, I'll talk about this in the second part a little more about ways that you can avoid that. Are you prepared for rocky beaches? Not all beaches are sandy. Are you prepared for mosquitoes? Now, I've been lucky so far. I didn't encounter too many in Buenos Aires at the time I was there, and I haven't encountered any here in Turkey. But it also, you will in the summertime, I've heard quite a bit. Are you prepared to misunderstand what you're ordering in a restaurant? Even if you have, Google Translate. I've totally been surprised at some of the food I ordered. Are you prepared for eating exotic local foods? For possibly getting a different menu inflated with American prices? Are you prepared for different outlets that require a universal charger? Are you prepared to walk many miles up and down steep hills? Are you prepared for the time differences, especially if you're working online? Are you prepared for siesta times when everything shuts down for hours, or Sundays or Fridays when everything's closed? And for different holidays in countries when everything may be closed? To eat dinner very late at night. That's Argentina, Spain, definitely. Eat very, very late at night. I never did quite adjust to that because I still ate early. So a lot of my meals, I was alone in the restaurant, and actually, I really liked it. Let's see. Are you prepared for different religious practices, such as Ramadan, or to hear the call to prayer 3 to 5 times a day in some countries? It doesn't bother me a bit. I actually like it, but you'll encounter that in Turkey. Are you prepared to be careful not to cuss? To cover up and watch what you wear? Are you prepared to hang your clothes to dry because there's no dryer in many countries? To trust your laundry to a service if you have no washer access. I've had clothes ruined in Buenos Aires, and to carry your laundry for many blocks. Are you prepared to carry your groceries home? Are you prepared to not be able to drink the tap water? Where I am right now, I'm very blessed because I can drink the tap water and it's great. Are you prepared to do without an oven or a dishwasher or even a microwave? Where I am now, I don't even have that. To have only a small cooktop with maybe 2 burners. A small kitchen sink. Are you prepared to share a space? To share a bathroom? I've done that. Are you prepared to live in a very small space? Are you prepared for the language barrier and possible miscommunication? Even with Google Translate, there can be miscommunication with translation. Are you prepared for minimal or no cell phone access? Or no cell phone service? Are you prepared for the internet to work very slowly, especially in early morning or evenings, and possibly not at all at times? If you're a digital nomad or working online, do your research. Okay, and you'll learn patience because sometimes you just have to adjust your schedule a little bit. Are you prepared for no air conditioning? Are you prepared for being overcharged if you're not paying attention? Are you prepared for making mistakes when figuring out the exchange rates? I've overtipped quite a bit because I miscalculated. And it was just me not paying enough attention. Are you prepared that you may not have sharp kitchen knives? It's been about half and half with all my stays. Are you prepared for thin walls and loud neighbors? Especially in Buenos Aires, and it didn't happen a lot. It hasn't really been a problem for me, and also, I could sleep anytime, really. But I did have a couple nights in Buenos Aires in my main location where people literally were partying until 4 a.m. They party late. Are you prepared for flight delays or misconnections, or to run through an airport to make a connection? I had to do that on my last flight. I had to run through the airport a really long way and barely made my flight to here in Turkey when I was leaving, or actually I was leaving Istanbul, because my flight from Madrid to Istanbul was late. I try to make sure that I have a long layover, but it's not always possible. And in this case, it wasn't. So it was a short layover, like an hour and a half, and I had to run through that airport. Okay. Are you prepared for confusing airports that are difficult to navigate? Sao Paulo, Brazil, I don't know. Have you ever been there? I found that difficult. I got lost. It was very, very confusing. To have your luggage searched. That happened to me just recently. I pack in a very organized manner with cubes and bags and everything just perfectly organized. So when they searched my luggage, it was really easy and quick. And I also was lucky that I wasn't holding anybody up in line. But it does happen. Are you prepared to not find your favorite items at the grocery store, or your favorite cosmetic products, or your favorite cleaning products, or to not be able to have items shipped to you in time before you're leaving? With all that said, are you prepared for a much more relaxed lifestyle? The ability to linger in coffee shops and restaurants and not feel like you're being rushed out? To not be expected to tip? To haggle? Are you prepared for the stunning scenery, the historical sights, fascinating stories, the enchanting architecture? Are you prepared for falling in love with a city or town or country and then having to leave? You can always go back. Are you prepared for beautiful beaches? And lots of them. Are you prepared for fast, efficient, and really comfortable trains? And the buses. Are you prepared to eat fresh, ripe, non-toxic fruits and vegetables from local farmers in abundance? Are you prepared to try exotic new foods and flavors? I recently tried raw meatballs that were really spicy and delicious. I've tried chicken livers, they'll be in another video, but I've tried quite a few new things, and they were all really delicious. Are you prepared to save money? Not every country is less expensive than the United States, and that's where I'm coming from the United States. But it's pretty easy to save money in a lot of different places. And I'll go further into that in part 2. Are you ready? Are you ready to change your life? Are you ready for adventure? If you're watching this, I think you are. Are you ready to grow and expand? Are you ready? So what are you waiting for? If you're watching this, as I said, you've been thinking about it. And I encourage you to just go for it, because the rewards are so great and the inconveniences are really minor. And it seemed like a long list, but those are inconveniences. If I can do this, anyone can. And I used to hate it when people said that, but it's so, so true. So in my next video, I'm going to go into more detail on the challenges you can expect, how to prepare, and the unexpected bonuses that come with full-time travel. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. GoPro, stop recording. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you subscribe and I hope you enjoy the videos. And if you're coming back, thank you so much. I'm going to talk today, if I can talk. Okay, blooper.
Oh.